A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English, 'cause it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to A+ English. I'm Mike.
I am Chickling.
Today, Chickling, we're doing day 2 of our useful tips for better food pictures. Or make your food photos more delicious.
Yeah.
As I would say. Although the photos aren't delicious, but the food in the photos will look delicious. And as we learned yesterday, the light, the amount of light is very important.
Yeah.
You don't want too much light, but you do want some light, otherwise you won't see the food. And the angle is important too, right? Food that comes in layers like burgers, cakes, sandwiches. Shoot them from an angle, from the side, and something more like a bowl of soup, maybe from right up above, because then the food will look delicious like it would on your plate. Let's look at our warm-up question for today. Which tips from the first day do you find useful?
I find both of them useful. But, for the angle one, it's very, very important. Because, a lot of people take pictures, food pictures from the top, especially influencers. They do that all the time.
Interesting. They know these tips.
I know. And even if the food tastes bad, they make it look like it tastes good.
All right, guys, we're going to check out our article today. Get a few more food photos. It's good I didn't make that food yet because I'm going to get even better tips from today's article. And soon, my food photos will make me Insta-famous.
Yeah.
No doubt. But you got to come back and read the article with us, which we'll do in a second.
Useful tips for better food pictures. Warm-up question. Which tips from the first day do you find useful?
Ask your friends for help. You can ask your friends to model. They can cut some meat or pick up some noodles with chopsticks. This makes the photo come to life. Keep your background clean. Take away garbage and clean the table. A dirty background takes the focus away from the food. When you can't find a clean background, get a close shot. Food looks good when you take a picture up close. This way, the food is clear, just like the pictures on restaurant menus. Try using these tips and keep practicing. One day, your picture could be on a famous restaurant's Instagram page.
Word power. Model. Model. Susan is modeling a red dress. It's the new design by her company. Susan is modeling a red dress. It's the new design by her company. Garbage. Garbage. Jasper takes out the garbage at around 8 p.m. most nights. Jasper takes out the garbage at around 8 p.m. most nights. Focus. Focus. There was a big earthquake this morning. It's the focus of today's news. There was a big earthquake this morning. It's the focus of today's news. Menu. Menu. Josh looked at the menu for a few minutes and decided on a burger. Josh looked at the menu for a few minutes and decided on a burger.
认识字汇
Background. Background. Close shot. close shot.
All right, so yes, let's get back to our article and get some more tips. Here's another tip that I, again, would never really have thought of. We're taking food photos, but the first tip for today says, ask your friends for help.
Ooh.
What am I taking photos of my friends or my food? Am I eating my friends? I don't understand this. But anyways, it says you can ask your friends to model.
To like hold the food or plate or something?
Okay, or have it on a fork, or even take a close-up like they're about to bite it, and it make me want to bite it if I'm looking at. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, kind of make something more interesting happening to the food with people doing stuff with it. All right, I kind of like that idea.
所以这边出现的片语就是 ask someone for help， 就是向某人求助。所以比如呢，你电脑修不好，你就找我爸爸帮忙啊，你就可以说 If you can't fix your computer, you can ask my dad for help. My dad is a genius. 你可以找我爸爸帮忙哦，爸帮你修电脑，因为他是个天才。那这边出现的 model， 一开始这边是当动词，它就是有当模特儿或展示的意思。不过之前我们学到的是名词，除了当模特儿以外，还有模型啊或汽车的型号的意思。比如说呢 He bought his daughter the latest model for her birthday. 他在他女儿生日的时候买了最新的车款送给女儿。那这边呢是当动词哦，你就可以讲 He started modeling after graduation. 他毕业之后就开始当模特儿了，所以注意一下。那我们再造一个句子 Susan is modeling a red dress. It's the new design by her company. Susan 她穿着一件红洋装展示，那个是他们公司新推出的款式，所以你也可以请朋友帮忙展示食物。So how do they do it?
All right, yeah. How do we get our friends to help us model? How do you model food? You can put on a dress and walk around or stand out. You're going to put the spaghetti on your head? I don't understand. It says your friends, they can cut some meat or pick up some noodles with chopsticks. This makes the photo come to life. I get it now. This is kind of like taking your food photo from the top as if you're sitting there looking at it on the table in front of you. Cut the piece of the meat or hold a piece of the vegetables in your chopsticks and take a picture like that. It's almost like the person looking at it, how they would see the food if they were actually eating it.
Yeah.
Okay,
and sometimes when they're filming, you know that when they're maybe holding a spoon of soup, they kind of shake the spoon to make the water, the liquid like...
Oh, have little drops of soup.
Yeah.
Oh,
dripping down the spoon.
And of course, this would be easier to do if you had a friend doing it. Otherwise, you're holding the soup with one hand and trying to take the picture with the other. And that would just be a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah. 所以文章意思就是说，朋友可以帮你切肉啊，或者是用筷子把面夹起来，让你的照片变得更生动。这边的 come to life 就是有变得更生动有趣的意思。所以这边看一下今天的 Magic Box， 我们来看一下 come to life。
Magic Box。
Hello， 大家好，我是 Casey。今天的 Magic Box， 我们来谈谈生死这件事。好啦，其实没有那么严肃哦，因为呢，今天在课文中我们有一个重点片语，就是 come to life， 表示呢某一件事情变得有趣，好像活了起来，充满生机的这种感觉哦。那今天我们就来教教大家有哪些跟 life 有关的常用片语哦。首先呢是课文里面我们看到的 come to life， 那这边给大家几个例句哦。The way you drew the picture really made it come to life. 你画这幅图画的方式呢，让这幅画仿佛是活了过来哦。或者是呢 The forest came to life when spring came. 春天到来的时候呢，万物复苏，森林充满了生机哦。那再来呢，其实有个蛮类似的片语哦，就叫做 bring something to life， 赋予某事物新生命这样的感觉。那像是呢，我们之前提过 cover songs 翻唱歌曲嘛，那有的翻唱方式呢，就赋予了歌曲新的风貌。那我们就可以说 This singer covered the song and brought it to life。 还有呢，几个跟生命阶段，我们很常会看到跟 life 相关的使用哦，像是 early life， 这个呢就表示是孩童时期。那 adult life 成年时期， later life则是晚年的意思哦。 那我们来造个句子。This painter got famous when he was young, but became an alcoholic in later life. 这个画家呢，在年轻的时候成名，但是呢，在晚年的时候却成了酗酒之人哦。另外呢，如果你是过着怎么样的生活，在英文里面我们就可以说 lead or live a 什么什么 life 来表示哦。那中间呢，我们就填上一个形容词，像是呢 I live a busy life， 我过着忙碌的生活，但是呢 My dad leads a quiet life， 但我爸呢就过着宁静的生活啦。好啦，那今天学了一些关于 life 的片语，大家可以试试看用每个片语来造句，加深自己的印象哦。那我们就下次见，拜拜。
All right, we're back with our next tip about taking great food photos. Okay, yeah, this is one I probably would have figured it out on my own. It says, keep your background clean. All right, in other words, the things that are behind the food, maybe on the table, move them out of the way so you can't see them. That's the background. And we're not talking about make sure it's clean, like wipe the table, although you should do that. But even if there's a spoon or, another plate kind of in the corner of your photograph, just move it out of the way a little bit so only the food is in the picture. That's the idea here. It says take away garbage and clean the table. Little bits of bread on the table or, just other things that are in the background that might take your eye away from that delicious food that you want to take a photo of. Get that stuff out of there.
Yeah, so background 就是背景的意思，所以记得保持背景干净哦 ，Don't ruin your picture， 就是不要把你的照片毁了。那你就可以把垃圾清走啊，整理桌子。这边出现的 garbage 就是垃圾的意思，所以倒垃圾的英文就是 to take out the garbage or to dump the garbage, D-U-M-P。那美国人对垃圾呢，其实 garbage 跟 trash 有一点点小小的区别哦。Garbage 大部分指的是厨房的垃圾或比较湿湿的感觉的垃圾。那如果是 trash， 通常指的是纸类啊、包装纸等等比较干的垃圾。那我们再看一个例句 Jasper takes out the garbage at around 8 p.m. most nights. Jasper 大多数夜晚呢会在8点左右去倒垃圾。
All right, so you want the food to look good, don't you? And as the article explains, a dirty background takes the focus away from the food, right? Other things on the table, especially dirty things in the background, it will take the focus away from the food. The person looking at the picture will now be looking at that. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, is that a dead cockroach in the back? Oh, I don't want to eat that food. Why am I looking at that? I should be looking at the food.
Yeah, 所以这边的 focus 就是焦点或中心。那关注的焦点呢，就是 the focus of attention。比如说一个人 Adam 很喜欢当众人的焦点，你就可以讲啊 Adam enjoys being the focus of attention。那这边如果你拍照的时候对焦就是 in focus， 没有对焦就是 out of focus。所以如果照片没有对焦，你再请朋友帮你拍一张，你就可以讲 The picture is out of focus. Can you take another one? 那我们再看一个例句哦 There was a big earthquake this morning. It's the focus of today's news.今天早上发生了一场大地震，成了今天的新闻焦点。所以如果你的背景很脏乱，你的食物就变成不是焦点了。
All right, but sometimes it isn't always possible or easy to clean the background, right? What if you're in a restaurant? You can't go up to the lady or the waitress and say, hey, can I have a cloth because your table's dirty and I want to move it and that cockroach is there and is that anybody's cockroach? Because I want to move it. Anyway, so if you can't clean the background for some reason, like you're in a restaurant and you can't go around fixing every problem they have, it says when you can't find a clean background, get a close shot. Just move the camera closer and get a close shot. Or we might also say a close-up. Right? Yeah. A close-up is when you have, the whole picture is filled with what you're trying to take. So really move it in. Don't drop your phone in the soup, but move it up really close to the soup so you can't see the cockroach in the background.
Why is it cockroaches every time?
I don't know. It might be there.
Close shot. Close shot 就是有特写的意思。那老师刚刚讲到一个特写，也可以说 close up。所以如果你找不到干净的背景，就拍拍特写吧。Zoom in.
Yes, zoom in. As the article says, food looks good when you take a picture up close or when you take a close-up picture. But remember, Also, when you move the camera closer, you have to be more aware of the light.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because sometimes the light goes down a little bit as you move the camera closer. So you might have to get a bit more light in there to get a really nice looking close-up shot.
Yeah. 所以这边出现的片语 up close 就是有近距离的，所以当你近距离的拍食物呢，食物看起来就会非常的好吃。
And you might have seen close-up photos of food like this somewhere else, as the article says. This way, getting that nice close-up shot, this way the food is clear, just like the pictures on restaurant menus. Yeah, many restaurant menus or the photos the restaurant might put on Facebook or somewhere like that, right? They often have close-up pictures so you can really see the food and you're not focused on the decoration or the table or other stuff. Get in there and get that close-up shot just like on a restaurant menu.
所以 menu 就是菜单，所以除了指菜单以外呢，功能选单也是用这个单字哦。你的电脑萤幕上、手机萤幕上出现的功能选单，也可以用这个单字。那我们再看一个句子 ：Josh looked at the menu for a few minutes and decided on a burger. Josh 盯着菜单看了几分钟，然后决定点了汉堡。所以如果用近距离去拍照片，食物就会非常的清楚。就会长得很像餐厅菜单里面的照片。
All right, so try using these tips and keep practicing. That's the next thing we read, and that's a good tip. Keep practicing. I think a lot of people get much better at taking pictures when they practice, right? Learn from your mistakes. If you have a camera phone, it's super easy. You can just take as many pictures as you want. Keep practicing. Another thing I would suggest is not only look at other people's food blogs and stuff, look at cookbooks.
Oh.
Because there they have professionals doing it, and they have a way of making all the pictures look good. So just go to a bookstore or somewhere and find some professional food photographs in a cookbook. That's a good place.
Yeah.
And it says if you do keep practicing, one day your picture could be on a famous restaurant's Instagram page. That's true.
Yeah.
They could pick your photo and you'll find it there on the web, advertising that restaurant and their delicious food.
Yeah, 所以这边出现的 page 就是有网页页面的意思，所以粉丝专页的英文我们就会说 a fan page。那如果是一个商店的官方专页，就是 an official page。所以试试看练习这些方式拍照吧，说不定有一天你的照片就会出现在某间餐厅的 Instagram 页面上哦。
All right, it is time for our review time, so let's go and do that, and we'll see you in a second.
Review time.
All right, it is time for our review time. We had 4 new words for today. Remember, model, garbage, focus, and menu.
4 words.
4 words. So we're going to do a quick game of make a story. So the idea here is that you and I, madam, will work together to make a story. It'll be a 4-sentence story, and we will use one of these words in each sentence.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am. It's all about imagination, isn't it?
It is all about imagination. Yes. Okay. Do you want to go first or second?
No, can I go second?
You want to go second?
Yeah.
Really?
You start.
But then you're going to have to finish the story.
No, I don't have to, right?
You do.
Oh, I do?
Because you'll do the second and the fourth.
Oh, really?
And the 4th will be the last.
I'll just go. No. I'll just go first.
You're going to go first.
Let me think
Okay.
about it.
You shoot.
I came across my high school friend the other day.
Yes.
And he is a model now.
Uh-huh. It's a verb.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah. And he told me that he would like to start modeling next month.
Okay. He wants to model because he likes to be the focus of attention.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, right? But when he becomes the focus of attention, it's going to be a big trouble if he wants to take out the garbage. Because everybody's going to be like, oh, why is that famous person with a bag of garbage?
Okay, but don't worry because he only ended up being a model on a pizza menu.
Oh, yeah, that's fun. I liked it.
He won't be that famous. He doesn't have to worry about taking out the garbage. There we go, guys. We got through it. Almost. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here very soon. We hope your food photos are amazing, delicious, and Insta-famous. We look forward to seeing them. Please send some to us. All the delicious photos that you can think of. We would love to see them. And no cockroaches in the background. We told you about that, so we don't want to see that stuff.
Maybe lizards.
No lizards. Lizards don't make me hungry. Come on, what are you talking about? Take care, guys. Have fun photographing, and we'll see you back here sometime soon. Until then, bye.
Bye.
Useful tips for better food pictures. Warm-up question. Which tips from the first day do you find useful?
Ask your friends for help. You can ask your friends to model. They can cut some meat or pick up some noodles with chopsticks. This makes the photo come to life. Keep your background clean. Take away garbage and clean the table. A dirty background takes the focus away from the food. When you can't find a clean background, get a close shot. Food looks good when you take a picture up close. This way, the food is clear, just like the pictures on restaurant menus. Try using these tips and keep practicing. One day, your picture could be on a famous restaurant's Instagram page.
Word power.
Model. Model. Susan is modeling a red dress. It's the new design by her company. Susan is modeling a red dress. It's the new design by her company. Garbage. Garbage. Jasper takes out the garbage at around 8 p.m. most nights. Jasper takes out the garbage at around 8 p.m. most nights. Focus. Focus. There was a big earthquake this morning. It's the focus of today's news. There was a big earthquake this morning. It's the focus of today's news. Menu. Menu. Josh looked at the menu for a few minutes and decided on a burger. Josh looked at the menu for a few minutes and decided on a burger.
认识字汇
Background. Background. Close shot. Close shot.